back. You're watching NDTV Profit, and the markets are again heading towards the low of the day, 7520. In fact, we just traded near the lows for now nearly an hour or so, and the markets have just done very little, been very range bound and weak all through the day. Now we're getting some flashes on Air India, and there is a low fare scheme for overseas travel, and the low fare bookings will remain open till June 30th. So actually, when it comes to the airline sector, the fare war seems to be intensifying now to even overseas routes. Even SpiceJet, I think, has got a 3-day sale on. So for those looking to travel, now perhaps it's a good time. But not just travel, we're also keeping an eye out on what to expect from the budget and what the markets actually are expecting from the budget. We spoke with Nitin Jain, Head Business Capital Markets at Edelweiss Capital, and we asked him what was the outlook for the market and what were the key issues to watch out for in the budget.
You're right that this volatility can continue over the next 5 to 6 months, and see, what has happened is whenever there are enough number of participants in the market, then they express different views. Obviously volatility comes up, but having said that, I think if you have a horizon of greater than a year or so, we are still reasonably bullish on markets, and there are pockets where you can actually do extremely well over the next 2 to 3 years.
And what are the expectations from the budget?
Yeah, budget can definitely be a big trigger. All of us are actually expecting not only some key initiatives, but more than that, a broad direction that we are on fiscal consolidation path, and there will be some movement on the GST front. So these are the two big I think clues that our market is looking for. If the budget gives us a broad direction and comfort on these two counts, I think market will respond very positively.
Right, let's talk about other two big issues also, the risk of a below normal monsoon and the crisis that we are seeing, especially in the oil space. What would you be looking at?
Are there some risks to this economy? Definitely yes, but I have seen historically that these are generally not big movers from a market point of view. They can definitely impact a couple of stocks here and there and maybe make an impact of 3-4%. But I think market will take that hit in their stride and move on from here.
Right, and do you think in a benign market, IT and pharma will continue to do well?
Actually, we have a slightly contrarian call on IT and pharma. I know that people are very bullish on cyclicals, and a lot of allocation and shifting is happening towards that segment. But we do believe that in pharma and in IT, there are pockets which are very, very attractively priced, and growth does not seem like an issue. And once the market stabilizes, very likely some of these stocks will do extremely well, particularly mid-cap IT. I think they're trading at 10 to 12 kind of multiples and growing much better and having reasonably high margins. So I think stocks like Persistence, stock like Mindtree. On the pharma space, you can look at mid-cap pharma and stocks like Natco Pharma and all. I think these are very, very good stocks to hold on from a next 3 to 4 year kind of a horizon.
There's a lot of QIP and IPOs lined up. Do you think it's going to dry up the liquidity?
Absolutely. See, what happened in the last 2-3 months was unprecedented. I mean, the kind of movement that you have seen in stocks, the stocks went up 100%, 200% in a gap of around 3, 4, 5 months. And I think a lot of promoters are obviously taking advantage of that movement and trying to raise equity to pay off some of the debt. I'm not sure whether it's a smart thing to right now participate in these, but definitely this will take off some steam and maybe direct additional flows in that direction, and hence it will keep the markets, the secondary markets, a little more subdued.
That was Nitin Jain talking about the markets and what is expected of the budget. With that, we wrap up the show. But stay tuned to NDTV Profit.
Don't go anywhere. We'll bring all the market as well as the corporate action after a short break in Breaking Market News.